How you doing? Weekend is here. Oh, that's a huge shadow. I don't like that. I need to decide how to do setup at some point. But anyway, hello, how you doing? So I'm going to Japan in 1 week or so. Less than 1 week. So the plan for today is to do multiple sketches instead of one, to do many. So the plan in general for this live is that I have one color and I try to find a way to make that one specific color nice with some, sketches. And I have plenty of colors, so we are definitely gonna go forever with this series. But anyway, I'm going to Japan next week, so my idea today is to sketch multiple pages with multiple colors, because then on YouTube, follow me on YouTube, I go to the other side of my sketchbook and I just create one sketch that is a little bit better than the one that I have on the other side. Try to basically focus on all the things that I learn here in live with you. And yeah, those are the sketches that I already done. So yeah, this is the plan. Last time we did this Whipping Willow. Yeah, that's the name. And I just realized I need something, so let me get back to you. Give me a second. And I am back here. That's nice. There is no. So, the plan for today. Which color are we going to do? Good question. Let me answer to this. So, first one will be, I already tried to sketch something just to have at least a small idea on what to do, what not to do, and stuff like that. So, yeah, this will be first color. Well, this is Cadmium Red, but talk about it later. Then, hopefully if I don't get tired, we are going to go with this one. Oh, this is so cool. Talk about it later. And then there is this one. Yeah, a little bit spoiler at the beginning. So, let's start with the first one. So, this, I think it's a pine, I don't know what it's called in English. Let me check. Help me out. So in Italian, I think it's abete. Let's see. Fear. Okay. Oh, volume is off.
Fir.
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 Wow. Di Natale. Yeah, it's actually fir.
Christmas fir.
Fir. Okay. Italian abete. But yeah. So, the idea is to build this one. Okay. And the color for today, it's Cadmium Red from Winsor & Newton. I have it in a here small teeny tiny palette. What else about this? It was part of a set. The set was in this nice case here. This is supposed to be a travel case. I know it's dirty, it's ugly. It's not, okay? Deal with it. It's watercolor. And he also has this nice, included in the set, there is this nice brush. But yeah, let's start it. So, the brush that I'm going to use today, let's have it here as a reference. The brush that I'm going to use is this one. It's so cheap that I forgot to put the brand of this, but it was part of a set that is this one. So, Fila Giotto is the same set. I have no idea why there is no thingy here, but yeah, this is just the smaller one. So let's go. Okay, for this one, I started with the first sketch and it was terrible, and then I was like, hey, you know, because I used another brush, but then I was like, hey, you know, this looks fine. And then I have this one that I think look gorgeous. So I think I'm gonna go with this one, just play around with the shape of the tree. And this thing that I have here, it's sponge Borciani Bonazzi. Just, yeah. Very, very useful sponge if you don't want to waste tons of paper. So I want to start with a base that will be very, very light. Where should I start? Left, right? I don't know. Maybe here, maybe left, yeah. So for the first one I want to do like, this is the trunk, and then, I don't know, it's that cool, the part on the top, and then let's go with some texture for this. Then, first, let's have something like this, and if you check this fur, how is it?
Christmas fur.
Fur. If you check fur, or abete if you want to say it in Italian, they are very inconsistent. Like, they are not all the same. Hello, welcome. They are not always the same. Like, they grow a little bit on the left, a little bit on the right. So, yeah, they're very weird. Yeah. Let's try to make it very weird. So let's start with the first one. When you feel very insecure about watercolor, you go with a very light color. And then when you feel like, okay, I am a grown up, I want to do more tough style, then you go without water or with just a little bit of water. And when you have just a little bit of water, too much water actually, when you have just a little bit of water, the color will be more vibrant, and we like more vibrant. So let's make these, and I just tapping, it's not in English, but yeah, the brush on the paper. Hey, you that are in live, can you see good? Like, is the quality okay? Because I start very on the left. So, okay, this is the first one. Very, very, very ugly and very small, teeny tiny tree. I think we need more variation. I think we need so many things. How is it striminzito in English? Let's see. Striminzito. Basically, I'm learning the language while I'm doing this live. Skimpy. Skimpy. Okay, this looks very skimpy. Let's do another one. Then I also want to think about the composition, because when I go to the other side, it would be nice to already know where to place the things, you know, for my YouTube video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's nice, it's fun. So I'm thinking that I would love to do something like this in 2 pages instead of just one, just because I love the color. And I think that it's funny that I choose this specific tree with this specific color, because, well, fur, they don't become orange ever during the year. They're always green. So I think it's kind of funny. So yeah, maybe, you know what I could do? I could have in the background something that looks like a ghost of a fur, and then on top of it having something that is more pigmented, more saturated. So let's try with that. So the idea would be to have, like, in the background a shade that is more loose, okay, that you barely can understand what it is, something like this. And then when this becomes dry, basically on top of it, or kind of on top of it, I'm going to build not I'm going to build, I'm gonna draw another tree, you know? I think it could be cool. Okay, yeah, let's go loose. Let's change also the brush itself to a smaller one, because this is a 12, this is a 8 fila giotto, but it's the cheapest brush that you can possibly find, so just go with the flow. Find whatever cheap brush you can find on a store. I feel like, especially at the beginning, it's not that important, the brush, but for sure it's important, like the paper, what else? Well, if the color it's pigmented or not. Like, for example, when I was in school, we had these watercolors that were like super cheap, and they had zero pigment, and you basically lose the will of playing around with them immediately. That's might be a reason why now that I'm growing up, I'm like, yeah, let's go back to this. But yeah, when I was younger, it was just terrible color. Then one thing that I want to do, because I've done it in another painting and I actually liked it. Let me see if I can find a paint. I have so many. Oh. Nope. One day we're gonna do this. I think this one is cool. No. Maybe I have one in this one. Nope. Okay, I can show you in advance, but yeah. So basically there are some trees that just go up without basically anything because they are very skimpy. And I think this could be nice to do in the back. Just thinking out loud, to be honest. Like, I don't know exactly what I want to do with this. So, yeah, just paint loose. I said I had changed brush and I haven't. Get back to the original brush. So yeah, how was your day? Everything good with your life? Mine was really long. I'm so happy that my actual job is over today, because it's like one of those weeks, you know, in which you're like, yeah, it's finally over. No more stressful people. Don't get me wrong, I like it, but sometimes it's a lot. Okay, so the tree that I have in the background, I want them to be super duper loose. And I hope I obtain the effect that I want to do. Today it's gonna be fast because we have 3 colors to go through. So, and actually the last one is the one that I love the most. So definitely want to go for that. Okay, I think using the small brush in the back, it's actually a good idea. And so definitely gonna replicate these for the other side of the sketchbook and for the YouTube video. And then, oh, we can also do like this because it's more loose. So just go down like this, you know? Just, okay, now it's too busy. But let's go back to what is in front. So in front I want to have trees that are still a little bit of dark and not dark, but with a stronger shade. So let's add pigment here. And then where do I want to have my tree? Good question, Elisa. Thank you for asking. I think one here. So, too much water. Let's go like this, and then like this. And then maybe here, and then here, and then here, and then a teeny tiny here. Then, let's go down like this. I'm going to make these loose again because then when this is dry, I want to add some detail, like stronger details, like something that I've done in the sketch as well. So it's like, see those things? Dry brush with just the color coming directly from the pan. I would love to know why it's called pan. It's not a pan. Like, a pan isn't supposed to be the one thing that you use for cooking, right? Okay, on top I want to go with the smaller one. Just because if I have a smaller one, why do I have to struggle so much with a bigger one? Ta-da! We wish you a Merry Christmas. Even if it looks like a little bit of Halloweenish with these colors. But anyway. Okay. And now the detail only with super dry color. See? It's basically the texture of the brush that is giving everything to this. Tap, tap, tap everywhere. Also the trunk needs to be more visible. Like this. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 da, 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 da. You and me are meant to be like a tree, skimpy tree. Skimpy, what a weird word. Looks, sounds like shrimp to me. Good, good, good. I like this. Looks like we have a forest of some kind. I think I can go with this, and then in the YouTube video, I'm going to make it here. What I do like is that, where is my pencil? Here. Hello. So what I do like, the fact that this is very loose, I love it. The texture here, I love it. Texture. Then, oh, the dimension, I think it's nice to have smaller in the back. So the smaller in the back, it's nice, small. So yeah, I think I will go with this. Maybe I will change the composition and have the tall one in the middle. So it would be something like, if I have the composition here, don't I have a teeny tiny one, even tinier than this one? Yes. Come here, my fellow friend. Let's wash you because I have no idea what color you are. Number 2. Okay. So my plan for the YouTube video could be something like having like the big tree in the middle, like this. Perfect, gorgeous, right? And then maybe another tree a little bit shorter on the left, and another one like a regular one on the right here. Okay, and then in the back, the rest of the forest, that is basically just a loose forest, right? This way it's very empty here, so I have to figure out what to put in there. Yeah, just leave it there. I think it's good. So we start for this, we arrive here. I think this tree looks better than this one. But in here I have more idea and I like this. So yeah, good starting for this one, good starting. I like it. And since I'm going to Japan, I'm going to make at least 3 videos to cover the whole period in which I'll go there, but the live will be only today. And then during this weekend, I'm gonna go and do the videos on YouTube. Yes, we're done. Are you happy about this? Did you enjoy it? I do. I did. Still the comedy Whipping Willow app created the other day just because I couldn't figure out how to do it. But anyway, let's go for the next one. So for the next one, look at this color. Look how cool this is. I love it. This is Helio Turquoise Auradam 5mm. Well, this is in tube. and PB16. PB is the number of the pigment. It's super important because if you have the same pigment, more likely you will have kind of the same color. In this specific case, I was fooled by another color that has also PB16. Let me find which one was it. That it was a super cheaper brand. Not you, not you. I have so many blues, but I can't handle myself because they are so beautiful. Not you. You, haha. So, look at this. Now, I don't know how it will come on camera, but those two looks very similar. This is like half of the price of this one, okay? So I'm thinking that for that specific reason, for this color, we are gonna only go with one of them, and I choose the Horadam just because. But this is this color, and the Horadam is this one. So those two little bastards here, they look completely different. Look, different, completely different. They have exactly the same pigment. It's exactly the same. They also have two completely different names. This is turquoise, transparent turquoise, and this is Helio Turquoise. If you want to know it in Italian, it's turchese trasparente and turchese helio. Now, you two little bastard, consider this. This one costs, let me check, I should have the price somewhere. Yeah, this teeny tiny tube, it's €5.18. That is something like, I think, $6 for this small teeny tiny thing. This one, on the other hand, is €3. That is around $3. It's basically double the size of this one. They are the same color. Now, I don't know about life fastness, so how long they are going to be okay, because on paper they both have the maximum of life fastness, so they're never gonna fade away. And for sure there will be like ingredients in which this color are made that are completely different. Already the fact that in this one it doesn't specify anywhere what is inside. Yeah, no idea. Well, I should have peel over, but I don't want to do this. But anyway, same color, exactly the same color. Like if you watch them outside of the camera, they look basically the same. This one is actually smoother to work with. But yeah, okay, stop venting about those two colors. But I'm gonna go vent about those good colors. So, the idea for this one is to make these three, that I have no idea how it's called. It's one of those trees that never lose the foliage, the chioma. Again, another word. Guys, you haven't told me how is it chioma in English, okay? The upper part of the tree. Still, no idea how it's called. So I thought it would be cool to have some sort of texture in the background and then on top of it having the tree. Now the issue is that if I do this kind of thing in the background and then the tree on top of it, I need to wait for the background to dry before I go on top of it. Otherwise the color will be completely loose. So yeah, we're gonna do like 1, 2, 3, 4 trees, because I think for this one I really need more trees, because seriously I have no idea exactly how to do this one. So yeah, we're gonna use our big friend. Let's go. Our big friend is called this is French, I have no idea. Okay, I will read it in Italian, okay? Le Franc Bourgeois. Beautiful. Welcome to the channel in which we don't know any language rather than Italian and a little bit of English. But yeah, let's try this, and then this is already the color, and I just put in the brush and then just go up. 1, 2, this is not enough color. Let's add it a little bit more. Okay, and then I need the color. Let's add more color. 3 and then 4. Beautiful, perfect, done. This is our base. Brother, sister, whatever you are in English, your job is done. Bye. Now, this is already basically dry, so I think we can just go with the first one. And I actually haven't picked which brush to use. Yeah, this one I haven't thought about basically anything at all. Like, I have no idea what to do with this specific tree. So we're going to go a little bit random. So come back here. Also, no, come back here. We already studied so many trees, we can figure that out. So for the kind of chioma that I want, what kind of effect? Seriously, not this one. This one, no. Ah, you know which one we could try? Open this one. We could try... Look how many brushes I have. We could try... I need to find a way to organize my brushes better, because all the time it's like me try to figure out which one to take with not that much success, apparently, because I lost one of the brushes that I use. Okay, we're gonna use this one. This is Borciani Bonazzi Il Perfetto, the perfect, that I completely disagree with the name of this brush. It's not perfect at all. The handle is terrible. I don't like it. Compared to the other Borciani Bonazzi that I have, this one is awful. Like, just for comparison, okay? Look how smooth, pretty. This is Il Perfetto, not this one. This shit. Okay, so for the trunk, we need to use my flat brush again. I just made a mistake. I don't want the red in here anymore. Go away, my little red fellow. I just want the blue. Yeah, nice. And now I have too much water into my palette. And this is awful. Welcome to the channel in which everything is perfect. How are you doing? How is your life? Okay. Amazing. Now, this is for sure to wet, so let's dry it and then have more. The trunk of this tree goes like up. We can go like this, but then the bottom is a little bit bigger, like something like this, and then it becomes slimmer when it goes up. So I think something like this could be okay. Yeah. Then when it goes on top, actually I need another brush that is this one. When it goes on top, because this one is cool for the brushes. When it goes up, it spreads apart. So you can see that it has like one branch that goes like, I want independency, and it goes down. And then there is another one that tries to go up and then down, and then he does another one that go completely randomic on the other side, because why not? It's that kind of tree, an anarchic tree. Okay, you have no idea. It's always there to surprise you, and you're like, okay, you surprised me. Your branches are weird. And then the one on the top, they goes, basically they do something like this, like a star. Okay, we're gonna cover all of them, so it's not a problem to have them a little bit wild. But yeah, this is the idea of this tree. Like I checked some photos like randomly on the internet, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're doing with your life, but I'm gonna follow you anyway. Then we need this one. Where is it? The perfetto. Oh, here. The perfect. Haha. I hate you, but I will try to use you anyway. I mean, it's cool, but the handle, it's so bad. Borciani Bonazzi, if you hear me, next time that I come to Italy, can we have a talk? I would love to be your tester for your brushes, and we can go together, and you know, I can come and you can give me your brushes, and I'll be like, yeah, I am an amateur, but still I'm using your product. Please consider my feedback, please. I know this brush is too cheap for you to make with a better quality thingy, but still, please. Try it harder. Okay, enough me of venting about Borciani Bonazzi's brush, but now I am tap to create this like the top of the tree, something like this. I have the feeling that this is completely off, because the thing is that this tree in specifically goes, the branches are randomic, but not this randomic. I think I have done too much randomness to this. Well, maybe I just created a new species. Thank you, world, for that. Okay. Bah. I feel this is weird enough. It's giving me very weird vibes. I don't know. The one that I created in the sketch was better. This one doesn't even look like a tree. And I think there is nothing we can do to save it. Even if I add him, a little fellow, I think it will be useless. Need to create a story for the trees. Okay, I'm saving the unsavable, but you know, it would be nice to have some sort of bird there. Let's try to figure out something. So if I was a bird, what would I have done? Maybe I will have a very long tail, like something like this. And then head. Okay, I'm thinking that I have read too many fantasy books, because this doesn't look like a real thing. It looks like a phoenix or something. So, okay, I have no idea. Let's forget about this one. Okay, I don't know exactly where I was going. So first of all, I want the background to be more texture-ish. So let's add more color to all of them. Now. At the beginning I said that I didn't like the fact that it was very loose, yada yada yada. Reality is, I actually like the fact that the sketch that I have done was very loose. So I think I will go for it. So I need a wet paper to do that. See how it spreads everywhere. Now let's go up. And then I want more control on the branches on top, so let's make less of them, but kind of better. Then there is this branch that go here, and then another one that go here, another one that go there. And this is very loose. But I have what looks like a nest in here. Not really a fan of this, so let's get rid of this by what I did is just wash my brush. You wash your brush and then you dry it. So now you can lift a little bit of color from your paper. If the color is not staining that much, because there are some colors that are super stainy. So, but in this case, I don't think it's an issue, because I also have a texture that is kind of, we like those lines. So I think it's completely fine. In a proper watercolor paper would be super nice. We don't have a proper watercolor paper today, so let's stick with the very weird one. Okay, let's go with the tree, the leaves. I think the problem is also the leaves. Like, I'm using a round brush. I don't know if it's called round, but it has like a round punta. It's not nib. Well, the edge of the brush. It's a round one, and this will make everything a little bit more cartoonish slash Like this kind of brush, I think it's perfect when you do flowers. But this is a tree, it's not a flower, so a little bit weird. Okay, I think it's look a little bit better, but I'm seriously not thrilled with this tree. Maybe I should just change the tree, or maybe I just have to stick with the fact that it's a fantasy tree and just go for it. I don't know, what do you think? Let's try last time with the fantasy tree. And it has a branch that goes like this. And then on top it goes like this, and then this, and then this. Oh no, there is something about this unit it's completely off. Maybe when I do the video on YouTube I just have to check more references for this kind of tree, because I think that's the thing that I'm missing, like a clear reference on how it's supposed to be. And I don't have a reference right now. Maybe it's just the fact that I just want to go for the next color, because the next color is the one that I am most intrigued by. Yeah, this is just a huge blob. Maybe I'm just overthinking and this is completely fine, but I don't know. I have the feeling there is something odd. You know what it looks like? Have you ever saw those flower from onion? Like the onion it's part of a plant, and it has a very cool flower, and it basically does this thing. It goes up and then it has this bowl at the top. Okay, I'm definitely going randomic now. I don't know what to do with this stupid tree. It's not working anything that I can think of. Okay, you know what? I give up. This tree, it's unforgivable. Bye. This was the idea. This is the color. No, this is not. I mean, it's the same, but this is exactly the color. What I do like here, so to be honest, I like this, the fact that this looks a fantasy, and I don't think I have anything that kind of have this feeling here in here. Everything is pretty serious in this part of the sketchbook. So maybe I could go for once with this and see if you guys like it or not. I think I'll go with this. I think it would be cool to have a texture that is more like a triangle texture. So like instead of just use my brush as I did the beginning like this, go like this and this. I mean, the teeny tiny house of background with all those lines like this. I think it would be cool. And what else? Yeah, the Phoenix is dope. And also the teeny tiny friend is nice. Okay, we have a plan. Thank you for sticking around. That's super good that we have a plan. So we have a plant, we have another plant. Let's go with the third one, and then let's call it a day. Yay! This live will be over soon. So. Let me introduce you to the amazing world of super granular colors. Now, Now, what is super color? Thank you for asking. I have no idea. But I know what it does. Like, I don't know why, I don't know how, but I know what. So this is the color, okay? Now, here I drop a drop of water. I guess that's it, how you say this. See that there are all these different shades of purple. Like, this is very dark, and then there is like this very, very clear pop purple. I think it's super cool. And this is even more when you have paper with texture that I don't have now. Like this one, it's agave paper. It's kind of smooth-ish. And this Sakura. It's super smooth. But, just to give you an example, this one. Oh no, wait, this is agave paper again. Where is the paper that is not agave paper? This one. Ha! See this nice texture here? This comes from the fact that it's not agave paper. This is 100% cotton paper, and it creates those cool stuff. Also, the agave paper can create some cool stuff, but not that much as the other one. So, but as I said, we don't have either of those. We have super smooth paper because I'm a genius and I decided to go with this series with paper that is not supposed to be for watercolor, but who cares? So, I already done a sketch. This is the sketch. See? It looks like there are like many shades of purple in here. It's only one color. How cool is this? And the color, I have it in tube, so if you want to see it, ta-da, this is the tube. How cool is this color? So it's called the Dusk Pink. Oh, nice. In Italian, it's called crepuscolo rosa. Crepuscolo, it's like the kind of light that you have at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day when the sun is just going up how is it in English? When the sun goes down, but there is still light. Okay, this is what crepuscolo is. And actually it's called crepuscolo rosa, but that is pink. And this dusk pink in English. I don't think this is pink. I mean, I can see the pink, but it's more on the purple side to me. So yeah, we're going to do this. How cool is this? Oh, I'm super excited about this. Like when I was trying to sketch this for this one, I was like, whoa, that's so cool. The only thing that it's annoying is that it's hard to control where it's going to be dark and when it's going to be light. So for this one, for example, my idea at the beginning was to have like the light coming from here, so this will have been lighter, but then this will have been darker, but you spread it on the paper and it goes randomly wherever it wants. So I think that in this specific case is actually just good to go with the flow of the watercolor. Just enjoy the process, okay? And that's it. So maybe I can put in here, this is our color. Let's go for it. So first thing first, use a mop brush, Unico Infinito 850 from Italy again, because yeah, my last trip in Italy was me deciding to spend the money of my bonus in a lot of watercolor stuff. And I found out about Borciani Bonazzi. I didn't know the brand before, I fell in love with the brand, and now I want to do everything with Borciani Bonazzi. But anyway, now I have my brush full of water. What I do is I go completely randomic with some shapes in here. No, wait, I don't have the color in the... Wait, I don't have the color in my palette. Where is the color? Where is the... Here is the color. Come out. Now I have it. Put it in the palette. Because I actually want to already have a little bit of color here. So when I put it on the paper, you can actually see what I'm doing, because otherwise you can't see anything. So water, 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 and just add a lot of water in your, well, I don't think you can see it anyway, but trust me, in a moment you will see. So let's go with the random shape of these three and see where it goes. Now that I have the water in the paper, what I do is that I clean my brush and I go with even more color, see, a lot of color, and I go directly into the paper, and this is going to spread a little bit, see? And the more water you have in your paper, the more it will spread. Now, the beauty of super granulated color is that you see how it is right now, but when you're going to spread, it's going to completely change color. And the other beautiful part is that it goes completely randomic, and that's something that I really like. And the fact that right now it seems very dark, but then when it dries, it's going to completely change color. So I love colors that have weird, that does weird stuff. Okay, it's my thing. It's just, don't give me super boring color. Just give me color that are completely weird and randomic. Oh, and by the way, today I actually have to thank somebody. The name is Teresa, but there is also the nickname. It's, let me check the nickname. So the nickname is Greenfield19, but the name is Teresa because she suggested a color that is, oh my god, I will destroy this color, but Naftamide Maroon from Daniel Smith. I didn't know the color. I checked out the color. I'm in love and I'm obsessed with the color because it's like kind of purplish maroon. I don't know what that color is about. Okay, it's weird color, but it's so beautiful and I don't have it. And she actually suggests, or he, I don't know, but well, let's say they suggest to use the color for a Japanese acer. Now, if you don't know what that is, go check it out because it's so beautiful. In Italian, it's called acero giapponese. It's such a beautiful tree. And the nicest part is that I'm actually going to Japan next week. So I can actually go around and take photos of random acero trees. And then when I'll be back, I will do my video with actual reference from my trip in Japan. And I think that's awesome. Like, so yeah, Teresa or Greenfield19, if you're watching this video, like later for sure, just thank you for the suggestion because it's such a cool thing. And I don't have that specific color right now, so I think at some point I will just buy it. Just for the purpose of the video. But yeah, super cool suggestion. I love that tree. It's actually one of my favorite trees. And I'm a plant person, but the thing is that that specific tree needs to be to grow well. It needs to have a very tough winter in which it's super cold, because otherwise it's not gonna grow well. So you can't have it in an apartment, and I don't have a garden. So that's the only reason why I don't have that tree, but I really love that tree. It's so beautiful. Now that I have bothered you with all those, look how cool this teeny tiny thing is. Come on, this is beautiful. Like, I don't even have to sketch more. I can just go with these. But I'm gonna do another one just because I love this color. And if in the comments somebody will tell me, oh no, it's not nice, it looks like mold. Shut up, you don't understand. And if you do understand that you really don't like it, I don't care at all. The fact that you don't like it, it's your problem. If your life is like that, I'm so sorry for you. Please find a color that you love and then enjoy, and then come back to my channel and tell me which color it is so we can play together with that color. Before that, shut up. Let's go with another random. And I love this technique because in this technique you just have to Go randomic. Oh, there is too much water. Go randomic. Just add the color, and the color will do its things. Like, you don't have to think about anything. You just see. I want to go here, and I want to go there, and I want to go up, and I want to go down. And you have a beautiful tree anyway. So yeah, this is definitely one of those color for people that are just want to enjoy life, okay? It's just a fun color to play with. Look how beautiful. Look at the colors, like, look at this pink. Come on. And it's also very kind of cheap color, like compared to others. It's not that expensive. So if you're on a budget, and consider this, the color itself, I lost it. Okay, here. This, it's a lot of color, okay? It's like, how many grams? 10 milligrams. But it's a lot of color. You don't need that much color. Like, in tubes, when you like a color, I rather go with a tube rather than a pan, because I know that in the pan it will dry, will last, like, it will have less color for the value of money that you spend in it. So, for example, this Horadam Pine Grey Bluish, in Italian would be Grigio di Pine Bluastro. I love this. This one, I took the biggest tube that they had, because the color itself, it's so deep and beautiful. Look at this. And I was like, I love to paint. I love to paint misty stuff. Okay, like this. And this is definitely a color for this. Like, of course, this is green, but you get it, right? So yeah, when in doubt, don't buy the pan. Like, no. When in doubt, buy the pan, because usually it's cheaper and it's smaller. But when you decide that one kind of color or one specific color, it's your color, just go with the thing, like the biggest you can find, because then in the long run, especially if you're on a budget, it will pay for itself. Like, if you're sure that you're going to use that color multiple times, just go for it. And I know it's hard, because sometimes, like, art supplies might be very expensive, and not everybody has the means to do so, like, to pay for those kind of things. But if you have to choose, I will definitely go with choose a color that you like in tube. And if you need to spend some money, some good money on, and you're a beginner, just buy very, very good watercolor paper. Because if you buy cheap watercolor paper, it's going to make you miserable, and you are going to tell yourself that you don't know how to do anything, and the tutorial never gonna work, and you feel miserable all the time. And that's actually happened to me. Like, at the very beginning, when I was trying to do watercolor stuff, I had super cheap paper from Tiger, because I was like, yeah, I just want to try to play around with watercolor. I don't know if I will like it or not, so I will go with a super cheap brand. So I went with a super cheap brand, Tiger. If you don't know, it's like a convenience store with super cheap stuff, okay? The paper, it was so bad, and I couldn't obtain anything. It was shredding apart when I was using watercolor, because you need some paper that actually can stand watercolor, like water in general. So yeah, luckily, at some point I was like, usually I'm a very manual person, so if I try something multiple times, I will reach at some point a result. But I couldn't reach any result that was beautiful enough or good enough, so I was getting frustrated. So I have done the only thing I could think of, that is ask for help. So I have this amazing artist friend. She's called Aurora, and she has also a YouTube channel in Italian. So if you want to learn Italian, that's also good. And you like art, that could be cool. It's called Vita da Disegnatore. And I actually told her about this, and she was like, oh, what kind of paper you're using? And I was like, I don't know, like Tiger paper, super cheap, I guess. And she sent me like good quality watercolor paper from Italy, and also like my first Borciani Bonazzi brush actually come from that, and I'm huge fan now of Borciani Bonazzi. And yeah, and that makes the whole difference. If you have good quality paper, even as a beginner, like let me show you, like this is one of the first things that I have done as a beginner. And the paper was actually good quality. But compared, I don't think I have any tiger paper anymore. But compared to that, it was a huge step. Like I was doing a tutorial and I've tried multiple times with the tiger paper and I couldn't reach any point that was good enough. And then once that I received this amazing paper from my friend, I tried once the same tutorial, it went perfectly. It went so good because I already had my hand, like my muscle trained to do the same things. But the fact that I had good quality paper made the whole difference. So yeah, go with a good quality paper. Please do that. Now, this is it for today. I love this color. I love how it came. I love everything about this. The only thing that I don't like that much, to be completely fair, is you see these, I don't know if it's the color of the combination and the different pigment that is in there, but it looks like mold to me. Like this is something that you might see in your fridge if you left food there for too long. So that's something that I don't completely like about this. But I love granulated colors, so I have plenty of those and I'm going to use them with this series for sure. So yeah, thank you for sticking around. I see there is always at least one person here, so thank you very much for being here. And yeah, many trees today. I'm gonna make some videos from YouTube thanks to this sketching training that we've done together. Thank you for sticking around. See you. Ciao, ciao.